Hey everyone, welcome. I am going to do a cute little pink look today. Very soft glam-ish for me, but let's get into it. So for eyebrows, I'm going to go in with the Elmer's glue like usual in a clean spoolie. And then I'm just going to brush across the top of the glue a few times just to get some build-up product on it like so. And then I pretty much just groom them upwards and then pressing down just so the glue can actually get onto my brow. When I don't press hard, it just gives more of like a brow gel, like your average brow gel. It just holds them up in place, but I wanted mine to be a little bit laid today, so and usually I've been liking the laid look recently. It might change because I go back and forth with my brows all the time, but till then, I like to brush everything upward and then I'll drag my spoolie across once I finally have everything in the right position. And this is the difference with no product versus some products. So this is both of them done without any makeup, and that's it pretty much. But it gives me that full effect. But now we're going to go in and prime our lids with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer with the shade 325 if anyone's interested. Recently, I have been trying to do both of my eyes at the same time, like back and forth. So I did go ahead and prime both of my lids with my concealer. And then I'm going to use this little mini beauty blender type of thing called the Makeup Bullet to just blend everything out smoothly. So for the eyeshadow I'm going to be using Carnival XL Pro palette from Stacey Marie, one of my favorite palettes, honestly, ever. And I'm also going to use my MauilenaMU Hydro Liner palette just for that pink right there. I cannot wait to show you guys. This is one of my favorites now. I'm going to go ahead and just get a small smudger brush to just go ahead and create the shape with a dark brown. And then once I'm done packing it into that half shape, I'm going to start buffing around the edges. But till then, you can keep reapplying the dark brown for as much pigment as you would like. Keep in mind, like, applying it evenly is important because when you do start to buff it out, you'll start noticing little gaps and stuff. So that's why I kept going in. It seems excessive, but you want to make sure that everything is even and blends well. I'm going in with a fluffy brush now, and I'm going to go ahead and just mute that concealer that's underneath my brow because I don't want any bright white concealers. I kind of want everything to just blend into my skin when I have foundation on. So that's what we're doing here. And then afterwards, you can go ahead and get a flat brush, but it doesn't need to be super thin because it's not any harsh lines we're creating. And I did this time put it on and look around just to see where my natural fold of my eye was because I did want to keep it as minimal as possible, but I also didn't want to worry about transfer and like all that other stuff. So I did create this eye shape a little bit bigger than I intended, but honestly, I think it was worth it because it came out really pretty. So another thing to keep in mind when you're not doing any harsh lines, it's also really helpful that you blend when it's still wet, the concealer, because you don't have to add any eyeshadow onto this brush. It kind of has some like residue on it, which helps it to like kind of leave like a little ombre effect, if you can see from the edges. And then if you hate how much it goes onto your lid, you can also go back in with the concealer and lighten it again. But I like to do that because I noticed that it really does blend the lines well and it makes it look more soft and not as harsh as like your average cut crease. But then I like to set it after that. Once I'm done setting it with the shade that's on top of my lid, I do go back in with a dark brown that I was using originally. I didn't record that, but now I am going in with the Hydro Liner from MauilenaMU, and honestly, I don't even have to say nothing. Look how pretty it is, and it's so easy to apply. Unless you're like me and you're constantly messing up your eyeliner, which causes you to like pull a Amy Winehouse and just go big or go home, you know. But literally, that's what I that's what I always do. I don't know. I personally don't mind a huge liner. A lot of people, it's not their thing, but it's definitely my thing. I like it. And plus, I use really big eyelashes, so this will help it from being hidden from my eyelashes because that tends to happen a lot too when I wear big lashes. It covers up my look on my eye, which does suck, but it's okay because this isn't gonna happen today. If you can tell, I really did a big liner and it wasn't intentional, but honestly, it comes out good. So just be patient with me. So for the liner, I did want to mention it's amazing. The pigment is there. Like, you don't have to keep reapplying. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist, so that's why it takes me so long to do my liner. But honestly, if you could tell, like, the pigment is there. Like, it is pink. It's pink. And if you want to go in with like a pink eyeshadow on top to set it, you can. But let's just go ahead and do my under eye. I'm starting with some e.l.f. concealer just because it is pretty matte. It dries really quick, and I wanted to just get a good base for my eyeshadow, which I am going to be applying from that Carnival palette. And it's just going to use that really bright, like, fuchsia kind of pink. And I'm just going to press it underneath my eye because I just wanted it to, like, look like a smoky pink underneath. Nothing too crazy, nothing, not a bunch of layers, not a bunch of anything, to be honest. It's just a bright pink under my eye. And for that, this is a Morphe brush. It sucks because a lot of my brushes don't actually have the names on them anymore because I either got them so long ago or they came with a set. So I can recommend you guys brushes, like if you reach out to me or something, or like ask me, but names, I don't know about it. So anyways, let's go in with foundation, shade 118 from the Superstay foundation. I honestly love this foundation. I don't know why I don't use it as often as I should because it's a really good foundation. And I think I got recommended this foundation when I walked into Ulta before, and I kind of was like, nah, I don't know. Because a lot of the girls that work there, sometimes they really just base their preferences or like recommendations off of their skin. And I know my skin is pretty complicated. It's dry, it's oily, it's all like, it's everything. So it's hard for me to find a foundation that I really like because my skin changes so often. But this is a really nice one because I've tried it when I had dry skin, I've tried it when I had oily skin, and I honestly don't have a complaint for each time. So that shows me that this is something that I would use regularly and I wouldn't have to question it. The coverage is there, you know. But yeah, I use my beauty blender to blend this out for anyone curious, the original beauty blender. And then for contour, I go in with the shade Sienna from Bare Minerals Stick Foundation. And honestly, I started using stick foundation because the contour sticks formulas tend to be more dry and they tend to be a little bit more pasty, but this is meant to be a creamy foundation, so it blends really well. Um, if you are into cream contour, I would highly recommend looking at like stick foundations as your cream contour, and then see how you like it because the formulas are really different and it's hard to find a creamy contour stick, to be honest. I also want to mention that when I do blend out my cream contour, I do tap in the same spots. I don't really go up or down on my face until I'm mostly blended out there, and then I can bring it up the side, or on the side of my forehead, or yeah, etc. But the reason why is because if you tap in the same spot, it's inevitable that it's going to diffuse the product, whether it's absorbing into your sponge or, you know, just the slight movement of it does blend it. But so you don't have to do too much, you don't have to go too crazy, and then keep in mind, like, we're gonna have powder and all that. So now I go in with my concealer directly after cream contour, and I'll use a beauty blender to just focus on the front of my face for the most part. And then once I'm done blending and covering the front, I drag it up towards my hairline and make an ugly ass face. Oops, can I cuss? I don't know. So a lot of you guys have asked what powder I use. Even though I do record it in my videos, a lot of people don't really actually watch my videos. But for the people who do and who ask for recommendations on powders, the powder I'm using in this video today is from Milk Makeup. It's a blur and set powder. This one's a little bit more fine than the one that I'm used to, which is the Airspun powder that I used prior to this one. Honestly, if I'm being real, the only reason that I am using this powder is because I don't want to waste it. So if it were up to me, I would be fine with the Airspun powder. That's like the one with the orange top that kind of went viral. that you can buy at Walgreens and stuff, just because it literally does the job, and it didn't seem necessary to me to go buy prestige makeup. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, I like to bake underneath my cream contour. Like I said, this is a blurring and setting powder, so I do blend it up around my lips and chin and etc. forehead. And yeah, but using my NYX contour palette, I am going to go ahead and contour my nose. For the face contour, I'm not going to be using the NYX contour palette, but I just really like how easy it is to work with this palette when it comes to my nose, because there's two shades that I need. I need a bright one and I need a contour. So the brightening one obviously would go on the tip and the bridge of my nose like you saw, and then I would blend it out with the contour. And then lastly, I go back in with the lighter shade, which is either like a yellow based powder, or also white base I have used, but it's a little bit more natural when I use like the yellow ones, just because of my undertones in my skin. But I like to just go on the tip and the bridge of my nose one more time before setting the sides of my nose as well, just because I am super picky with my nose contour. I don't know. I did it one time, I liked it, and I never changed it. I'll never change it until I find another thing that makes me as, happy as that one. For my face contour, I'm going to be going in with Stay High and Pink OG for blush. This is the Roll Up and Glow Up palette from Pink Leaf Cosmetics. One of the best companies. You gotta look into them. But if you ever are interested in buying their products, which you should be because they have great products, use my code MauilenaXO. That will be on the screen, I'm assuming. For anyone curious, this is honestly one of my top favorite blushes that I have tried. I'm very, very picky when it comes to blush. I don't like too pink. I don't like too orange or too this, too that. I'm very picky, but this one blends very well with my skin. And if I wanted to be like a natural everyday thing, this would come in clutch. If not, this is very buildable just for that dramatic pop of color for a night out or whatever you're doing. I don't know. I don't go out, you guys, so I can't relate, but now I'm going to use a stippling brush. This, I believe, is from Real Techniques. I got it a long ass time ago, so honestly, the label is not there anymore. But from my memory, I think it is Real Techniques stippling brush. And then after brushing all my excess powder off, I spray my face a lot. And then I'm going to go in with my Omega lashes in the style Vanity. Of course, the discount code is on the screen, but just to remind you, I do get a percentage. You guys can save a percentage with MauilenaMU. If you look on the end of that lash right there, that's like a thicker piece. That is the piece that you cut off, that excess piece that makes the lash not fit your eye. I like to just put it on the ends to create kind of like a fuller end. I only do it with certain lashes. This seemed like a suitable lash to do it with. But yeah, it really did come out so pretty. These lashes are so fluffy and beautiful. Omega Lashes has really, really good options and a lot of range. My first PR package I got from her, I was like shook because it's like everyone in my family could find a lash in there. The people who like dramatic, the people who don't, and I was just obsessed. So if you're interested, look them up. I added some white to my waterline and some mascara, and this is the LA Girl eye and lip pencil, believe it or not. I thought it was eyeliner because it does straight up say eyeliner. On the pencil, it literally says eyeliner, but it works. So I'm putting the shade Bosom brand from MAC Cosmetics right on top, and new fave lip combo. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be using. If you see me with this lip combo, you already know what it is. It's eyeliner and MAC Cosmetics. I hope you guys like this mini kind of recreation, because I do have this exact look in blue on my page, but I hope you guys like it. I love the pink. I'm feeling it. These lashes are beautiful. Shout out to Omega Lashes. And remember, my discount code is available, MauilenaMU. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And if you like it, leave a like. If not, that's up to you. What you got to do, I don't know. And subscribe. I will see you guys next week. Bye.